Hi, how's it in the name of Christ? How you doing? It's your girl Cran K. I hope you're good. I hope you're peachy. I hope you're stellar. And I hope you're in a neat little bunch. If you're not, welcome to the party. Is that just not the story of our lives? Anyway. Okay, whoa, it's hot. It's like really hot. Whatever. Today is Sunday, the 1st of December. Finally, we're in December. The year is gonna end. And the reign of the wicked is also going to be brought to a blistering halt. The topic of the day is Maverick Spend. That's all that it is, really, just Maverick Spend. Listen, okay? I like proper, like, okay, look, nobody witches. I'm wearing a wig because my hair's a mess, but it's time to change it out because it's the beginning of the month. So have mercy on the mess. It's just gonna be there. Had to say that. Also, this is an interlude, so there's not gonna be much editing, blah blah. All that jazz, you know it. If not, actually you might not, but whatever. Anyway, listen, okay, ooh, as in below the belt. I mean, imagine your whole entire life being dedicated to watching someone die or watching someone suffer, watching someone struggle, and just constantly going back to the drawing board. Yo, the Lord keeps showing me time and time again just the exquisite depth of maverick spend on the part of witches. Maverick spend. Basically just throwing money into a project that's obsolete. Throwing money into a project that's done for. Just spending money over and over and over again. How much does witchcraft cost? You know, like, I don't really care to find out. But all I know is that thank you for splurging on me. Like, Papa, I really appreciate it. I'm really very broke, so to have you spend all this money on me, it's thank you. I am grateful, because I mean, I didn't realize that I was such an important project for you. Like, you know what you like. You know what you like. That's the reason why I'm even thanking you. You're like really great parents. Really awesome parents. Okay? That out here be setting aside a chunky amount of money every single month in a policy to make sure that their kids will be able to study without interruption, without financial aid at university. When they get that old, when they're old enough, you know? Yeah, your kid does not have to worry about books. Your kid does not have to worry about residence, adversity, food. She does not have to worry about anything. Anything. Spending money to go watch the movies, nothing. Just because mom and dad, like, put aside stashes of dough. Yo, like, Zagamula. For, like, years, like from the time this kid was inside the belly, you thoroughly like invest in their future, and so they lack for nothing. And should they decide not to study, it's okay, my baby. This money will be in pursuit of your business endeavor. I thought you would want to study, but you don't want to study, so it's okay. You feel like you are Mark Zuckerberg. You're gonna innovate Facebook. You feel like you're Steve Jobs. You're gonna innovate Apple. I'm gonna give you all this money, sit in the garage and innovate. Hi Fedile, because I only saved up for varsity, but at least I gave you a head start in life. I mean, even the Bible says that, leaving children an inheritance, it's worth the while to do that. It's a wonderful feat. It's stellar. It's stunning. Yeah, that's what's good. So when you are just putting aside mashankora decente on the side, for your precious bambino, your absolutely deliriously wonderful bundle of joy, when you are just while that bundle of joy is still growing in your tummy, sitting aside a mashankura, forgetting about yourselves, being all selfless, absolutely neglecting the fact that you want new shoes, you want a new kitchen. My mom is not like that. I mean, I have endured quite a severity of neglect all throughout my life, like right now what my mom is doing, just like buying stuff and refurbishing the house while I am just high and dry. It's not anything new. It's nothing new. I mean, my whole entire first and second year fees at Wits University were not paid, while my mom kept on buying couches in the house, while she kept on redoing the kitchen and all that jazz. And so it's just really been a pain point for me that how does a parent just neglect their child like that, acting like they don't got money, but look at us have a brand spanking new ceiling. Look at us have a brand spanking new looking lounge suite. Look at us have a brand spanking new kitchen. Hey, like proper, we've got marble tops. But I gotta drop out of varsity. Made me regret not applying myself because I was busy jollering with boys in matric. Yeah, I was busy with the ahaha scene. I was naughty, so I dropped the ball. I could have gotten a scholarship because, when you've got a parent like that, you need scholarships. You need other people to pay for you. But you guys, you have given me the parenting experience I never had. You are saving more money on my cause, on my case, on what I am, than anybody ever has. I don't know what it's like to have a responsible mom or a responsible dad. My dad was completely deadbeat. I mean, he was nowhere to be found at all, so never mind paying school fees, but my mom being around just made sure that, it's presently happening too now. She just made sure that I'm fed, hey? Like, all I have is some peaches and some apples in my stomach, but really more than that, girl, you're on your own. That's just how it's been with me, like pretty much all my life. I even had to hustle school uniform at Lost and Found in grade 10/11 because my school uniform was worn out. I thoroughly went and stole shoes from Lost and Found. That's what's good because mine were torn. You can go ask my girls from high school, my former friends, because now, so we are no longer friends, but my shoes had leleme. My what you call this, my toes were like leleme sticking out of my shoes at some point, and I had to walk very strategically until ultimately I went to Lost and Found and just hustled some shoes, and so now I had brand spanking new Buccaneers. Look at me go. Yeah, always been a hustler, always been surviving my mom's negligence, and for me to get to a place now all these years down the line where somebody is investing in my life, where somebody is putting aside, like with an insurance policy and everything, all this money to make sure that I'm going to be okay in the future, I am grateful. You have taken up my cause. You have seen that, oh my goodness, this woman, like, even all the way at the age of 40, she's still struggling with a strange, weird mother that out here could not even care less for things like tampons and painkillers on her period. I am going to go and spend a good 2,500 Rand on a satanic ritual because I'm investing in Karabo. I am going to go and grab my hard-earned Mashankura 5K. Like, I'm just going to go take 5 stena. Yonke pellet, hey? And just pay a ritualist to make sure that Karabo is kept in a neat little bunch. I am going to take out 10,000 rands and do a ritual to make sure that Karabo does a thing. Because it's worth it. I promise you guys, nobody has ever thought that I was worth all that money. No one has ever thought that I'm worth all that expenditure. Literally ain't nobody been that supportive of me. I've always dated these broke dudes. Like, I was listening to TikTok last night, this one woman in the US actually speaking about how a broke man is dangerous. And I mean, we can all relate as women, she was speaking about having the back of a dude and how it is that later on they just go awry. They don't like it when women providers, men get robbed from the opportunity to provide when they're broke with women that are able and supporting them and helping them along. So don't let him move his stuff into your garage. Don't let him do this. Don't let him do that. Because later on, he's going to become insecure. He's going to become feeling emasculated. He's going to get bitter. And once he makes money, he will literally leave you and go marry another woman in 5 months that he is going to treat like Like the way that he's always wanted to treat women, basically like the provider in the room, if at all he stays. However, all up in your girl, he will always be competing with you. He'll be little, what have you. I was that girl. I was that Dumbo that out to be dating broke dudes. I was like Papa, 2 series. I don't know what it's like to be in a Vora. Like, Pina El Hambang Vora. Yellow. I'm not yellow, I'm like dark dindy, right? Yeah, but I don't know what it's like in the passenger. I don't know what it's like to be shotgun, just chilling in the like ipupile with my, pout. While a guy with my zaza amakana, while a dude drives around in the car seat on some hello, Johnny boy, baby. Hi guys, Kifi, and like I made no Karabo, and I'm always just kishapile for go passenger. Get a drink, I don't know what it's like, because my dudes, I was always the chick, boyfriend, girlfriend, so you choose to get a big seat, because my man's boy is the one on Levora and media thing I was always the chick combined boyfriend. I was always that girl. I always gave like broke dudes a chance. Do you understand? Yeah. Type establishment thing, I don't know what it's like. Frankly, even the last boyfriend that I had, I taught him how to drive, or at least the last serious relationship. I've had 2 guys since then. Mara, they don't count. The guy in America lasted 2 seconds, so too did the dude from MTN that I dated briefly, also lasted 2 seconds. The last serious relationship I was in, I taught the dude himself how to drive. So I was the one with the Vora, and you pet guy, yellow, because he was actually yellow. I was the one that was like a man all up in that grill. So I don't know it. I get it, guys. Hey, I thoroughly don't know what it's like to be wined and dined and spoiled by a dude that are just covering everything. I don't know what it's like to be bought shoes by a dude. I don't know what it's like to be bought a coat, a jacket, to be out here getting surprised with my eyes closed and a dude be like, next thing there's like bah, a whole Burberry coat, like bah, whole Gucci shades, bah, Chanel perfume. I don't know it. Because broke. I've been dating broke guys all my life. I was always scared of these dudes with money because these chickies that are hampering with a dude no yellow. Next week there's another yellow bone. And then maybe it dark dindy. Then maybe it Karaman. And then maybe I'm a twins because they are happy with the 3-way. Wada. I was scared of dudes that had money, and I was scared of dudes that had cars and their own apartments because they never busy, and they were busy. Me, I didn't want ngolas, I didn't want chlamydia, I didn't want the clap, I did not want gonorrhea, I did not want anything to have. I didn't want to cry. Me, I wanted a guy that is gonna hold on to me so fast, because I'm ride or die to a broke bugger. So I be out giving broke buggers opportunity to love me. And all that we had was njefela ukansi, lots and lots of sex, and that was all that the guy could do. That's what I come from. I'm out here romanticizing. As a result, my boyfriends were always in pinches. Bomba best, we were tight. Cause man, I'm you splurge out here in these Soweto streets. Didn't have money to splurge out here in these Rodipot streets. Didn't have money. Why you don't do? Like you can only afford one bunch of one bouquet of flowers, bro, man. You can only afford one bouquet. You can only afford one box of chocolates, and even then, they're not Belgian. We are just dealing with Nestle, Kit Kat, nyana. On a good day, maybe Ferrero Rocher, but you are not about to walk into Lindt and buy me Master Chocolatier. I don't know, man. I've been dating dudes, and I'm manly. Do you understand? All throughout my days, I don't know what it's like to be flown overseas, jet set, all that jazz. Angazi, the experiences of a slay queen, or never mind the slay queen, but a woman with a guy that can afford to do that for them. Like, yeah, I don't know it. I don't know whining. I don't know dining. I don't know not having to take a little bit of something, mashankura from my purse on a date. I don't know anything but pitching in. I'm always just pitching in. Yeah, I don't know it. I have never experienced anything of that nature, precisely because I was always very scared of dollarization in the South African streets with dudes that have the ability to afford to wine and dine a woman, because they tended to be they were just dogs. They were just like diseased dogs. There were dogs out here proliferating STDs in the streets. They were chain-charring them, flipping them like a pancake in a pan. Nebaba chenchi. So me, I settled for my broke dudes. So for me to be this like splurged on Malengaga for so many years, consistently, hey? Because even these dudes that can out your jet set women and take them overseas, at some point, they get bored. At some point, they stop appreciating their middies, hey? And so now the flower buying becomes a little bit scant. There's a desert, like tumbleweed. The chocolates start to come now every 4 weeks, where before it was once every week. You knew that you would have to take out a mansi, replace it in a vase, because dude I'd be buying new brand spanking new chrysanthemums every single week, but now it's like, every fortnight or every month. Even dudes that can splurge will take you on a trip overseas this time around, as opposed to once every quarter. Say once a year. Say holiday at the end of the year. They get bored somewhere along the way, and they stop splurging on their women. Yeah, and these ladies feel like, but you're not the same anymore, job. We used to do this and that. At first we started out real cool, taking me places I ain't never been, but now you're getting comfortable in doing those things you did, so no more. You're slowly making me pay for things your money should be handling. You're trifling, good for nothing type of brother. Silly me, why haven't I found another? A baller. When times get rough, you're supposed you want to help me out. Instead, a scrub like you wouldn't know what a man's about. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Can you pay my automobiles? Is it maybe you could chill? I don't think you do. So you and me on through. Hey, yeah. And then you use my cell phone, calling whoever that you think's at home. And then when the bill comes out, all of a sudden you be acting dumb. Don't know where none of these calls come from, but your mama's number's here more than once. You trifling, good for nothing type of brother. Silly me, why haven't I found another? A baller. When times get rough, you still want to help me out. Instead, a scrub like you wouldn't know what a man's about. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Can you pay my automobiles? I don't think you do. So you and me on through. Even splurged on chicks at some point experience bills, hey? At some point, splurged chicks experience bills. Type establishment thing. But with me, it's Karabo. Ever since you go and invest in me, we're so sorry. It's like, at first we started out real cool, bewitching everything you could touch and not touch. And then, as time continued, I realized that you were the man, cause every so often you continue to invest in the same strategy you did. You ain't trifling, you are a determined Satanist. Oh, silly me, why haven't I found an alternative to somebody that's insisting on spending a whole bunch of money on stuff that won't work? Instead, here it is that this bugger that ain't even taking care of his wife is out here taking care of me and my spells. Can you pay those spells bills? It appears you can. Y'all don't drop the ball, eh? Finally, in a way that I never experienced before. Finally, I have basically experienced consistency in Amadota. Yo, guys, it's worth it to be umzalwani. For the first time in my life, I'm not dealing with bills. For the first time in my life, a man is out here consistently, keeping my shankora, out here literally bringing out my words, angaga, hey? Guys, that's a kana get $20 yeah, the words of cash. Cause men be out just splurging on a sister. Like proper. I don't know what it's like to be catered to. I don't know. I got daddy issues, I got mommy issues, I got neglect issues. And then I gave my life to Jesus Christ, and I've got all these men out just spending all this money, even women. I basically like parents. Like I use the description of Abazali. Like parents that starve themselves, hunger pangs type thing, so their kids can be good one day. Like that's excellent parenting. Yeah, y'all are like my mommies and my daddies. Like the Bible says that God is a father to the fatherless, that he will give you a fam when you don't have one. Look at you out here be paying my fees, eh? Look at you be out here investing where my mama just ain't. Look at you grabbing your mashankuras, eh? Your little masantas in the streets, eh? And ascertaining that crankcase are taken care of spiritually. Yeah. I have never been bedshot. Lady broke dudes. Ben Aja in these streets driving dudes around. Ben Aja in these streets like komba. Ben Aja in these streets taking out the however much I can me not to pay for the bill at a restaurant. Guys that only pay for my dinner and my whatnot on a first date, maybe second, but after that, I lena ha ke sa tlopo tšhelete go dipokoto ha ke sa bula purse ke bula ke le here go the restaurant ke nna mo this is my purse yes baby I really enjoyed dinner ke nna mo ntsha 200 rand or a Mastercard or a Visa. Yes, oh you look so I love you. I love you. Marabaka out there unketsa 75% or 50-50, maybe kikaba 30%, but certainly I am pitching in. Kenna mo wa go patala half ya rent, kenna mo wa go patala half ya, and then I get born again and these buggers be out just splurging on the sister like, yo, thank you. Hey, you have made me see that I'm worth it. I am worth all that expenditure. It's just that Imalieno is being directed to strange places. Your money is being directed to strange, odd, like macabre, ominous, like foreboding sense of like darkness, just eerie Addams Family type ecosystems. But ain't nobody out to be splurging on me like that, proper. I've never had this level of loyalty concerning people's money. I haven't. Like, I properly haven't. The first time that my ex-boyfriend spent like some decent money on me was when my car broke down, and because brakes were like all dead. I was in the middle of the month, it was dry, it was arid, it was ridiculous, and the dude came into some money because he was starting like e-business on the side, and then one season something like 8,000 rands. And then he was like, don't worry, you don't have to pay me back. It made him feel good, but he was a generally broke dude. So he didn't have that 8,000 to part ways with, and on the one time when he did have that 8,000 and I was like, oh, so no, about one of those women that I'll just be on some, when the guy's like, Ufuna Malim, and instead of saying 2,000, 3,000, she's like, and the dude then is like, what? Like a water cash. I knew what it's like for once. Ke batla di 100 rand tse kana, ke batla ke batla tiger e kana, or leopard or Mandela e kana, yeah, inga. You get to like it's a measuring yardstick. I got to know what it's like. So how much is it gonna cost to fix Kolwe how Karazi? Shapaga that one. Land in my bank account, tell me I don't have to pay him back. I was like, it feels nice. And then I get born again. And now here it is that a dude is not out here buying me just my blomanyana ako swaba ako garaging. Mara, he's actually jet setting me across the world. Traveling to freaking Malawi, like yo, traveling to America, traveling to Nigeria, Africa yonke, you are jet setting, you're on safari, you are on safari. That's a lion, yeah, on safari to go and see Sangome had no kunana kwaku Ponsam Ghana, all the way to Ghana to deal with Karabo. Look at you be on safari. But instead of me wearing a mazazamangaga in some safari vehicle and some khaki pants because my man took me on holiday, it's a dude that's literally trudging these streets of Africa just to see a more prolific devil worshipper. Because I'm a tough pill. I'm a tough case. I'm a rough around the edges case. Do you understand? So these South African witches ain't gonna do jack for ya, but look sing it na ko re dira nana kwa ku lithunya sa gage sa ko Ghana tshwantse ke nna ke lo landa kwa Accra, yeah, to deal with crank. I got people out here paying for flights. I got people out here paying for hotel stays. Yo, Joe, I got people out here traveling to bushes, wildernesses. There's a saying, not a saying, so it's about pina ele rather. Let me rather say a saying. Let me rather say pina la. It's about pina ele I forgot his name. When a man loves a woman, nothing can keep him away. Better bozoika, better insanity. When a man loves a woman, hey, He will travel all the way to the U.S. Cause he heard that there is a bed of Satanists there, and the voodoo from Haiti that traveled over the border had her. Ooh, when a man loves a woman, he'll pay a Jamaican sorcerer $1,000, and if it doesn't work, he'll add another $2,000. He will travel to Malawi and go and get Sandawana and do a death ritual that costs $25,000. Because over his dead body, before he will let Queen K go, hey, she is gonna be mine no matter what you say. So don't tell me a thing or two. I'm gonna go to Ghana, Nana Kwaku, cause oh, I'm a man and I love a woman. And nothing is gonna keep me away. I'm gonna book into expensive hotels and lie there overnight while I wait to see a sangoma from Nigeria. Cause somebody told me they're effective with Korobela in a way that South African sangomas just don't quite hit it. Maverick spend, y'all. Spending a whole chunk of money, and I'm like, I ain't never been loved like that. Like, yo, I kid you not, I ain't never been loved like that. It's a pity that your love is placed in such a nefarious space. Because I've always wanted a dude that will travel to the mountains, to the oceans, to the sea. I am to proper. I keep on hearing Pinayam, Bruno Mars. Just going. I will catch a grenade for ya. Boo-doo-doo. I will put myself in harm's way for ya. Boo-doo-boo-doo. Even when you claim that I'm going to hell, it's for ya. Boo-doo-boo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Cause I don't care what you gotta say, baby. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. At the end of the day, you're mine. And I'm not gonna let you go. Even though you won't do the same. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. He will catch a grenade for me, the grenade of hellfire from God. Even though I keep warning him, you're moving out the way. You're gonna swallow a bullet, dude. But according to him, it's okay, because he's willing to endure the wrath of God Almighty. But I won't do the same. Give you not a grenade, guys. I'm like, hey, Mudimu, could you not create that much love but in a godly atmosphere, eh? These people be thinking that I'm like that chick in the movie Twilight, eh? Out here hanging out with some vampires, even though I'm a human being. Cause they will catch a grenade for me. They will do what it takes to be with me. They will travel the seas for me and pay all their hard-earned cash, even neglecting child maintenance. Woo, so to take her in, even though she won't do the same. Ice Packaka is coming unraveled at the back there because it's melting. So that's why there's all that movement is happening. Yo, I've never been with Amatota Pechagangaga. Like, I kid you not. I've been out there roaming these streets with some broke buggers. They broke like scrubs, y'all. A scrub is a guy that thinks he's fine. Also known as a buster. Always thinking about what he wants, but just sits on his behind. So, no, Karabo was not like, no. Telling to my scrubs, guys. Guys that properly were like passengers. If you live at home with your mama, oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. If you have a car and you're walking, oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. If you live at home with your mama, oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. You have a shorty, but you don't show love. Imagine like these scrubs that I did, and sometimes we bang telela. It's like you got a shorty, but you don't show love. Oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. Wanna get with me with no money? Karabo was not making like chili and then left eye and T-balls. One second. I took them in my stride, you guys, hey? Wanna get with me with no money? Oh yeah, I just want my eye. Scrub, oh my eye. Scrub, oh yeah. A scrub is a guy that thought he's fine and also known as a buster. Always thinking about what he wants and just sits on his behind. But look at Cranky, taking or them giving her his number, yeah. And she's also taking his, oh yeah, going on a date and paying half. And I'm giving him all of my time. I'm out here chilling with scrubs. Scrubs be the guys I be dating cause they safe for me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I told you. Passenger seats are the boyfriends. I've been chilling in back seat, not passenger, correction, back seat, as he made. Holding hands with my man in the back seat. On some, oh baby, hey? I'm really busy. Hopping up and down in a car that is like going over a pothole or whatnot. In the back seat, hey? Yeah. I've been always with the dude that's like always sitting on the passenger side and just sits on his boob behind. Oh no. I will give you my number. I will also take yours, and yes, I will do what you need, and I will have your back and cover your everything. I'm gonna give you all of my years, and then I live to regret it. So I'm grateful that finally I don't gotta deal with scrubs, cause look at you spend all this money on me, y'all. Like, it's unfortunate. It's for the devil. Like, I proper went and asked the Lord for a man that is going to be that consistent with me, and that's going to be prepared to basically have my back. Wind beneath these wings, carry me like the sea, the ocean. Hey, he must just carry me. Just carry me, man. You're a man. You got muscles. What's wrong with you? Like, just carry me. I got to a point at some point where I was like, hey, wait a second. If my man cannot pay for bond, he's not my man. Proper, my salary, she should look at it as an accessory, like a brooch, yeah, or mangin, or like false eyelashes, like something that if you don't have it, frankly, you leave. That's what's good. I got to a point where I was like, because I got fed up, I got fed up with Aja having the bag ride or die of a dude that goes awry later because you were too big for him, type establishment thing. So I was like, going forward, I'm not gonna be with any man that is not going to carry me like the ocean be out here carrying a boat, a ship. Like, I am not doing it. I ain't doing it no more. Like, proper, my salary, no matter how much of it I make, it has to be such that if I were to lose everything in a split second, my lifestyle just ain't changing. Lifestyle. I told myself that never again am I ever going to be with a dude that needs me to stay employed. I said that to myself because I've been dealing with these scrubs, these guys that think they fine now, also known as the buster. Been out during these streets, rolling around in the dusty streets of Johannesburg with some scrubs of which you are facing foreclosure on your house, for crying out loud. Should he get retrenched or should you get retrenched because you have gone slapping half and half, 50-50 on the bond? I was like, never again. If I lose my job, my husband should be able to keep that boat floating. Kids' fees must be still maintained payable. My salary is supplementary. It is at best, really supplementary at best, but it is an accessory at least. Like I said, you don't need them. It's like a face beat, like proper. You will live if you don't wear makeup. As a lady, like, how can I even get? It's like a cardigan, but it's not iskipa that covers your nakedness. That's what my salary is. A cardigan. It's a cute little Alice band. If you don't wear them, people are not gonna think you're not gonna be looking mono. I made a decision like that because I was sick and tired of out here being the one rather to catch a grenade for guys. I'm out just spreading myself thin for men, and then he goes all awry later, treating me like I ain't Jack. Now that he's making a little bit more, don't you know I was there in the hard days, but you won't do the same. I got to that point, hey? And then I prayed to the Lord for a man like that. That were like that, but not the right version. Like some warped counterfeit that would catch a grenade for me, travel over the seas for me, do what they need to do for me, just to make sure they get my hand in marriage, travel the oceans and over where, make making sure I'm his lady, even though I won't do the same, but in a very satanic way. When a man loves a woman, I've always wanted that kind of love, eh? You know, like, I've been dating these dudes, y'all. Come on, ladies, you know, right? Let's say, but y'all ain't got you don't care about me. Anyway, whatever. These guys that pride themselves in the pain of a woman, the sorrow of a woman, like, he's always just dragging his feet. And how, like, he walks out the room. When you cry, he complains. When he tells you, "Ay, your tears mean nothing to me," like, guys like those. Rubbish. I've been jollering with that rubbish, yo. And I was like, God, a guy like a tail. I want a guy that I can blow. When I'm out of it, he's gonna enter into a deep dive to figure out what's wrong. I wanted that. I wanted a dude that would not be okay hanging out with these boys when we've had a fight. What's wrong? A guy also took a dude that is going to be out just scared when I'm scared because I got crash up. That's wrong. A person that's going to poke and prod away and some what's wrong? Nothing. I wanted that. Bread butter on both sides. Women are like tell a guy that there's nothing wrong. Basically, when he walks away, that's your quarter. I wanted a guy that would just stay there because I got even though I wanted that. I was like, I want a guy even when I say get out, he doesn't leave. Even when I say leave me alone, even when I say don't touch me, he gropes me, he holds me, he still embraces me. I wanted a guy like that. A guy that is out just still gonna have my back and $2,000 in my account anyway. A guy that is gonna continue with the routine that we have even though rekwatelan. Isn't these fluffy little hard randos that I'll just be leaving for 3 days because you were crying, you were complaining. A guy like that. Husband. A guy that's gonna be happy not to travel with me when we go do groceries. I wanted that. Now I can provide. I can provide. I can bring you a tail. I can bring you a guy that when you say phone, he's just gonna be staying not plumber like chippies mommy. I will catch a grenade for ya. Bruno Mars. Yeah. Hi. Bruno. I want to do Bruno but the godly version because at least you want him back. I wanted a guy that would never ever say something horrible to me, like swear, all that. Satan was like, me, I can't give you what you want, see. I can't give you a guy that will never leave when you say get out of my face. I can give you a guy that will follow you around everywhere. A guy that is going to surveil you for the rest of your days. That even though you tell him get out, he will stick around. And he will still insist on spending $2,000 on a woman that is not talking to him. I can give you that man. Natty God, is this a joke? These people, they are unregenerate. And the devil is like, that's what you asked for. You wanted the chippies Bible. Come coop here. You wanted the chippies yendot. That's not going to go anywhere. So Blomman away and he's going to be consistent. Automated like proper, he will prioritize you. He will prioritize the living daylights out of you. You will be the only woman that he is determined to keep in his life. And I was like, Lord, me when I got down on my knees to pray for a husband, I was praying for a godly man, and I was also praying to you. How did the devil go and give basically what it is that I asked for in prayer, but the malevolent version, the version that is upside down, the version that is what I asked for, but it's not giving it. It's a little bit crooked, eh? It's oozing strange. It's all foreboding. Dudes out here be like, Papa, till death do us part. A man that will stay with you for life. So faslahlane no maganjan wetaliwa me ngeke ngikushiye. So faslahlane no mungangifuni ngizoba wakho. Karabo 'cause I am that guy. Noma ungakhala uthi ngiphume kuwe angizokushiya, 'cause ngumabhebeza wami. Oh noma kanjani tokotokoto wekari wami ngeke ngikushiye. So fast lahlane re tlo ba Romeo and Juliet again. But when Brenda was singing that song, me, I was looking at it like it's romantic. I want a man to be like, never Karabo, you are me so fast until death was part, baby. Char. I wanted that. It's like, yes, like it, but but how's it looking so freaking malevolent though? MP upside down, no inside out too. Set up in my sofa. This is not what I asked for. A guy that is so cray obsessed that he's proper out just singing you all the bluff ballads of the earth. That you once upon a time were like, oh, it's like a jersey, it's so warm in winter, it's keeping me cozy with a hot chocolate and some marshmallows. You be thinking it's a marshmallow type song, hey? You will literally be thinking it's a marshmallow song until you find it in the opposite dark kingdom space, eh? Oh, my love, my darling, I hunger for your touch. A long, taboo, lonely time. Bela babu, Bachong, whoever thought Unchained Melody would be heartbreaking and the scorn of a PTSD woman. And time goes by so slowly. Hey, Bachong. And I'm like, but Karabo, you're mine, and I need love. Karabo, you are my baby. Oh, Godspeed your love, because I need your love. Karabo, you my funeral. If you won't come to me, ooh, I'm like, when did this song get so nasty all of a sudden? When did this become the hell of me now? When did this become a blade in my neck when it was such a beautiful song? Leave Unchained Melody is a beautiful romantic song. Oh my God, my savior, I hunger for freedom from guys like this. I hunger for freedom. You gonna go and grab perfectly beautiful music and make it disturbing. Make it ritualistic, yo. You gonna go and grab one man, love a woman. We all love that jam. Eh, but ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Me, I wanted a guy to experience thunder, strike, and lightning, and lots of crazy amount of cloud over his head. When I'm like, you know what? I'm door slamming you, knowing that I want to be together. I don't want to leave my boy, but he's irritating me, so I threaten to disappear. And then you go and you sing. And like I saw, ain't no sun. He probably go and sing, ain't no sunshine, because me, I dump him for 2 days. Used to do that with my ex-boyfriend. Right now, very cold. Situation so I'm just going to drove it. Booster. It's like a booster cable. More chesting. Jeffel. That by walking out, and I wanted him. Ain't no sunshine. You know these dudes that actually be going to bars, pubs, and clubs. You're not done. You know you want him to ice cream. Ice cream like when you actually got a cone ice cream, and you keep on like digging it into the very bottom of the cone, so that how at the bottom of the cone there's some ice cream there, and you're not just left with that wafer, cone. O mo nqenga jwalo this guy. O batla ga go utlhe mara o shapa ka reverse psychology. Kuphele it's over and sha. Bah, close the door. And you want this guy and wreak havoc in the life of his bones by ignoring him after like 2 months or whatever. No, you want this dude to be back in like a week. You want him to sing Ain't No Sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Every time she disappears for too long, I'm weak in all my despair. Drown, drown, drown. And I know. Hey, I can't leave that young woman alone, 'cause ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Wow. You want the dude to be on summer? I never. Atsamaye ko tlapo. Atsamaye ko bar. Atsamaye ko teleng where he is drinking at the bar at the hotel. Atsamaye motho and come back as Karabo. Come on, let's talk. Karabo kana ko teng o yeme ko munyakong on the opposite side. Shapaka side schmack on some. Go away. How on? I can't born. You on some go away. Mala, you've got a smack on the face. I don't want anything to do with you. Don't come back. Pumpel. On the opposite side, and he's like, come on, baby, let's talk. Come on, you know you don't want this. It's starting to rain. That's you. Mara dude, come on, and then you bring him in a blanket afterwards. On some now we snide. Why did you do that type setup thing? Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. You want that little angel dog to do just that. Hebatong. Until you don't. Like, Papa, when you are just telling a dude go away, and this time around you're not giggling behind the door, but you're calling the police. You're scared, you're trying to get out, guys, sliding dog. Now he's just a stalker. He's like a snake in the grass. It's not funny. How you gonna go take romantic music and make it sad, yo? Like, hey. How you going to, like, the other day I was lamenting actually about my ex-boyfriend. I need the luga. My ex-boyfriend, I was lamenting. I'm back, yo. I was lamenting. He has destroyed one of my all-time favorite songs from back in the day, yo. Like proper all-time favorite, as in don't nobody move when that song is in the room. I love it so much. It used to make me go crazy, like, you know, when a song comes on and you're like, that's my jam. That was that Freshly Ground song. That was that song. Man, is it cool enough for me to remove? Cause this ice pack here melt manje, and it's causing movement of my phone that is kept in a neat little bunch by sticky tape. Like, Oscar, move phone, please. Like, just stay there, okay? Ex-boyfriend went and destroyed Pinaya Freshly Ground for me. Like, perfectly happy romantic music that should be giving you goosebumps, causing you to scream when the song comes on. You're like, that's my song, that's my jam. Oh lol, the kind of music that should make you cry. Pinaya Freshly Ground. I like, yeah. Rati. I love that song still to this day. It is such a wonderful song. Hana ikena ilangaize nikishapaka trickle down my eyes. Yo, it was so charging emotionally. Pina like highly beautiful. And then my ex emotion dog, cause I keep hearing it on a loop to describe that random rubbish. That ne? I keep like hearing him going and going like proper. What would you do if I'd like freshly ground. What would you do if you knew the truth? Oh, what would you do if I told you the story of my life? Would you find me overly familiar towards you? Would you call me cruel, send me aside to the birds? What do I do with all these feelings holding me back inside? What do I do with all these precious hours dreaming of you and I? I'd like to call you sometime. I'd like you to need me one time. I'd like you to call you to need me all the time. Oh, I would like to call you. Whoa, 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 whoa. That song. Whoa, whoa, baton. What would you do if I kissed you? What would you do if I held your hand and laid you down? Would you recognize it's a need I've been fighting for so long? Would you recognize it's a hunger only you can feel? What do I do with all these feelings holding me up inside? What do I do? Basically, it's a song about I miss you. There was a time when that song was like, oh, I miss you. Oh, I miss my man. Oh, happy about the fact that like somebody out there be thinking you're like broken up for 3 weeks. And he's like, oh, what would you do if you knew the truth? So what would you do if I told you the story of my life? Would you find me overly familiar towards you? Would you call me cruel, send me aside to the birds? It's romantic. It's somebody missing someone and they need to come in and apologize, frankly. Like, there's no need for us to stay broken up, dude. What? Mara, this time around, how's Montako? No matter that's talking then on that day, right? What would you do if I kissed you? I'd lament, I'd cry, don't try like it's over. Oh, what would you do if I held your hand and laid you down? I would cry rape. Would you recognize? Would you recognize? It's a need I've been fighting for so long. It's over, move on. Would you recognize it's a hunger only you can feel? What? Listen to the beat now. Like, oh man, you're messing with my music. You're messing with my jams. You're messing with the jams that I love. They are romanticizing Rabbi Yosh. Proper guys, like, let's just put this out there. Let's literally just put this out there. Thank you. I mean, because at this point, if we don't use parody, satire, if we don't use sarcasm, how are we supposed to deal with this? Like, it's freaking painful. Hey? Like, you're like parents that invest in a child. You're like parents that out here neglect your own needs. You proper forgetting what you don't have in your own pantry. So that you can basically put together mashanku ramasenta, you guys. But instead of it being your children, it's your victims. Papa, I have never been jet set across the world and splurged on. Yet I got men that are trying to jet set me at some point. Maragankani, and not only that, like there's one who wants to move me to London. After marrying me, South African dude, he is based in London. Was a fellow classmate, a fellow student at Wits when I was studying part-time. Then I had a crush on him. I did. But I don't anymore. I used to love him. I don't now. Yeah, I don't now. Because Father, he saved me. God saved me. I don't have feelings for him anymore. And this dude out here is following me around, trying to marry me, causing discord between me and my family so he can rock out and move me overseas, seeing as that's what needs to happen. I need to leave South Africa. He wants to put me in London because that's where he's based now. That's where he works. That's where he works. So he's like, okay, you'll move out of South Africa, this place that out here has broken you, caused you a severity of sorrow. You don't have to live in it. You'll marry me, and then my company will move you to the UK, and you can do what you want over there. You will have this, for an allowance every single month. You can do what you want. You will shop, you will splurge, and if you have a business idea, I will help you start it. What would you do if you knew the truth? Oh, what would you do if I told you the story of my life? Do you recognize it's hunger only you can feel? What would you shut up? Like, it's okay. No, I did ask God for somebody that would do all that for me. Take me as I am. Carry me like the ocean be out here carrying a boat, a ship, a dinghy. But like, you actually have to be what I want. Like, you have to be godly. You have to be what I am cool with. Don't be out here catching a grenade for me when I wouldn't do the same. Like, I proper would not do the same. I have thoroughly been through hell on earth dating scrubs. I have. But goodness gracious, just because you ain't no scrub, no mo, don't mean I gotta take you in my stride. And I'm saying, like, yo,